Welcome to part 3, which is the final video of my bookshelf tour. Today, I will be delving into my right bookshelf, which holds all my contemporary as well as my middle grade books. But there are some exceptions to the rule, as you will see in the last two shelves. The first shelf is where my YA and adult contemporary books are stored. Starting on the left, I have Panic by Lauren Oliver, and this book I have read. Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver, and this book I have read. Next is the Delirium trilogy, which consists of 3 books. The first book is called Delirium. The second book is called Pandemonium. The third book is called Requiem. This trilogy is by Lauren Oliver, and I've read all of these books. Next, I have the Shadow Children series, which consists of 7 middle grade books. The first book is Among the Hidden. The second book is Among the Impostors. The third book is Among the Betrayed. Book 4 is Among the Barons. The fifth book is Among the Brave. The sixth book is Among the Enemy. The seventh book is Among the Free. This series is by Margaret Pearson Haydix, and I've read all of these books. Next is another series by Margaret Pearson Haydix called The Missing, and I only own the first 3. Book 1 is called Found. Book 2 is called Scent. Book 4 is called Sabotaged. I have read the first 2 books, but not the third one. Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen, and this book I haven't read yet. The Bronze Bow by Elizabeth Jo Spear, and this book I have read. The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks, and this book I have read. The Black Stallion by Walter Farley, and this book I haven't read. The Classic Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, and this book I have read. Carry On Mr. Bowish by Jean Lee Latham, and this book I have read. Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry by Melody Taylor, and this book I have read. The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Kidd. It's an adult book, and I have read it. Ready Player One is an adult book by Ernest Cline, and this book I have read. The Bling Ring is about how a gang of famous as-teens ripped off Hollywood and shocked the world, and it's by Nancy Jo Sales, and this book I haven't read. Mischief at Numbers 25 Bookstore is an adult novel by Robin Sloan, and I have read it. Charlie St. Cloud is an adult book by Ben Sherwood, and I have read this book. Struck by Lightning is the Carson Phillips Journal, and is written by Chris Colfer, and I have read it. Catch Up Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher, and this book I have read. Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler and art by Maria Coleman, and this book I haven't read. Now on to my second shelf, which holds all my middle grade books. And starting on the left, I have the first 2 books in the City of Ember series. The first book is The City of Ember. The second book is The People of Sparks. And I have read both of these books. Mandy by Julie Andrews Edwards, and this book I have read. The Last of the Really Great Wayne Doodles by Julie Andrews Edwards, and this book I have read. Then I have 2 Christmas books. The blue book is an adult book, but I wanted to keep it here with the other Christmas books, so that's why it's on my middle grade shelf. And this book is called Secret Santa, and this book I haven't read yet. The second Christmas book is part of the Herdman's duology, and it is called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And the prequel to it is called Best School Year Ever. And these 2 books are by Barbara Robinson, and these books I have read. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Ronald Dahl, and this book I haven't read yet. This is the first book in the Wolves Chronicles called The Wolves of Willoughby Chase by Joan Atkin, and this book I have read. The Ordinary Princess by MMK, and this book I have read. Love from Your Friend Hannah by Mindy Warshaw-Skolsky, and this book I have read. Because I Went Dixie by Katie Camillo, and this book I have read. Turn Homeward Hannah Lee by Patricia Beattie, and this book I have read. The House at the Corner by A.A. Milne, and this book I have read. The Phantom Toll Booth by Norton Jester, and this book I have read. Daughter of the Mountain by Lois Rankin, and this book I have read. Frozen Summer by Mary Jane Utch, and this book I have read. Pollyanna by Eleanor H. Potter, and this book I have read. Racing in the Rain, My Life as a Dog by Gar Stein, and this book I have read. Moccasin Trail by Eloise Jarvis McGraw, and this book I have read. Young Joan by Barbara Donna, and this book I have read. Indian Captive, The Story of Mary Jemison by Lois Lensky, and this book I have read. Caddy Willow by Carol Riley Brink, and this book I have read. The Great Good Thing by Roderick Townsley, and this book I have read. Next I have the full Mary Poppins series, which consists of 4 books. The first book is called Mary Poppins. The second book is called Mary Poppins Comes Back. The third book is Mary Poppins Opens the Door. The fourth and final book is Mary Poppins in the Park. This series is by P.L. Travers, and I have read all of these books. Next I have the Betsy Tacy series. The first book is called Betsy and Tacy. The third book is called Betsy and Tacy Go Over the Big Hill. I do not own the second book for some reason. And these are by Maud Hart Lovelace, and I've read both of these books. Here I have my Beanie Baby dog. Underneath that I have my only anime series, which is called Minky Falls. Book 1 is Minky Falls Spring. Book 2 is Minky Falls Summer. Book 3 is Minky Falls Autumn. Book 4 is Minky Falls Winter. The entire series is by Mark Corelli, and I have read all these books. On my third shelf I have my toddler contemporary books, and starting on the left I've got More Than This by Patrick Ness, and this book I have read. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and this book I have read. Looking for Alaska by John Green, and this is an exclusive collector's edition, and what makes it special is that underneath the dust jacket is John Green's signature etched into the book's hardcover. And I haven't read this book yet. Eleanor Pod by Rainbow Rowell, and this book I have read. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and this book I haven't read. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and this book I have read. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and this book I haven't read. Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, and this book I haven't read. Here I have the first 2 books in the Lemonade Mouth duology. The first book is called Lemonade Mouth. The second book is called Lemonade Mouth Puckers Up. Both of these books are by Mark Peter Hudges, and I've only read the first book. Next I have the first 2 books in the Dustlanders trilogy. The first book is called Blood Red Road. The second book is called Rebel Heart. And this trilogy is by Maria Young, and I have read only the first book. The program is the first book in a duology, and I've read this book. Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley, and this book I haven't read. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews, and this book I haven't read. I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak, and this book I have read. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, and this book I haven't read. Les Miserables is a classic by Victor Hugo, and this book I haven't read yet. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and this book I have read. The Day Before by Lisa Schroeder is written in verse, and I have read it. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer, and this book I haven't read yet. Every Day by David Levithan, and this book I have read. Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan, and this book I have read. Hi everyone. I know I said this video would be the conclusion to my bookshelf tour. Well, unfortunately it will not. I'll have to make another video because iMovie for some reason won't allow me to add anything else to this video. So hopefully I'll see you soon for the conclusion of my bookshelf tour. Bye!